Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. We are moving on to episode 2 in this kitchen makeover. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because most of the time when I do projects, it's something that if I don't like it, I can just take it down, you know, everything's fine. But this time it's going to be something that's a little bit more permanent. So I am going to be painting my cabinets. And the only reason that I say this one is a little bit more permanent is because the cabinets that I have, these are stained. And once I paint them, I don't know if I could ever get this look back. Possibly with the stain that I have, but I would have to completely strip them down and to the natural wood in order for it to be able to take a stain again. So that's the only reason that I'm nervous. But I've always wanted a white kitchen. Yes, I'm painting it white. I've always wanted a white kitchen. So yeah, we're about to do this. I saw some of you had questions. We are doing two-tone. So the island that you guys saw, it is going to remain that color. We're going to do the cabinets white, and then that is going to give us some contrast, so it won't be too much white or too much dark like I feel that it is now. So wish me luck. We're gonna see how this one turns out. All right, y'all, so this is no going back. So what I'm gonna do first is prime it, and I have show y'all. This is Extreme Bond primer. So pretty much everything will stick to that, and it sticks to everything. So I don't have to worry about sanding and doing all that stuff. Just put the primer on, then I'm gonna paint it. So once I paint a touch of this white, there is no going back. Can y'all see that? I'm scared. Just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. All right, so the Band-Aid is ripped off. Y'all can see I started up around that cabinet. So I'm gonna keep moving. Glory to glory to glory to glory to glory to glory to God. Here we go. There it is. There it is. There it is. Let me hear you make some Holy Ghost crazy noise right now. Hey. Bring it on. Bring it on. Come on, Kurt. Hey, 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 hey. The angels bow down at the thought of you. The darkness gives way to the light for you. The price that you pay gives us life brand new. Hosanna forever, we worship you. Hosanna forever, we worship you. Oh, 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 oh. Do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution? All right, hey y'all. So I am still painting. We are this is day 2. I'm painting now. I was doing primer all day yesterday, but you guys have seen me painting and praising painting. That's what I've been doing. But I decided, instead of this just being a paint video, because I'm sure you can go on YouTube and look at plenty of videos of people painting, I wanted to come give you guys some tips if you choose to paint your kitchen cabinets, because there are some things that you need to know in order for it to turn out nice. First, you need the right type of paint. So what I'm painting with, I can't show y'all only because it's in a 5-gallon bucket and it's huge and I can't pick it up, but it is a multi-surface acrylic paint that I'm using, and we purchased it from Sherwin-Williams. So definitely make sure you have the right type of paint. 2, you need to make sure that you have the right type of primer, which I showed you guys yesterday. I was using the extreme bond, the one that it bonds to the surface and the paint bonds to that. So you want to make sure you have the right type of primer, you have the right type of paint. And now this is going to be dependent upon the type of cabinet that you have. So if you have a natural wood, like it is just natural wood, it has never been stained or painted or anything like that, you're good. Natural wood is the best type of wood to paint because it is going to absorb. It is very porous. It is going to absorb the paint like crazy. Sometimes, in some cases, in natural wood, you really don't need a primer unless you want to use less paint, because it does absorb a lot of paint. So you might want to do a primer and then do your paint so you don't have to use as much. But natural wood is the best. I was told that my cabinets are stained, gel stain. Now they came with the house like this, of course, you know, they look really nice, but you know, it's that type of finish that's on it. And that's why I wanted to make sure that we got a really good primer and a really good paint. Okay, hey guys, so I have another tip. I decided to do my doors differently. I know you guys just saw the tips that I gave you, but I wanted to come on and tell you this too. Once I painted some of them. Oh, sorry. I don't know who that is. Anyway, I painted some of them, and then I noticed that it wasn't as secure as I wanted it to. Like, it looked good, but in some places I could see where it seemed like it might start to peel over time. So I know that they have a lot of these primers that say you don't have to sand and all of this other stuff, but I'm just going to come on here and suggest that you do some bit of sanding or some bit of deglossing. So what we did, we purchased this, which is Easy Liquid Sander Deglosser. It goes on, let me show y'all how it goes on. All right, there we go. So I just have a scrub brush, and I'm just pouring it right onto the Brillo pad side, and then I'm just going to get in there and just scrub it all the way down. And this is good to do anyway, because your kitchen cabinets have all kind of grease all over them that you can't even see, but it is definitely there, and that grease also will hinder a good bond. All right, so now once I have it all on there, I come back with a damp cloth and wipe it down, and then I come with a dry cloth and wipe that off. And then my last step, which I know this is what we try to avoid, but if you want it done right, you got to take your time and you got to do it right. I come in with my sander and then I do a sanding on top of it. If you don't have a sander, you can definitely just use some sandpaper and go over it, but I do suggest deglossing and sanding, then do your, or light sanding, and then do your primer and your paint. That way it just, you don't even have to worry about it. You know you have kind of gotten that gloss off, so now your primer and paint really have something to stick to. That's why I was saying that natural wood or wood is always best. Anything with these finishes and varnishes on it, you got to put in a little extra work. So that's just my tip. Do it right the first time or do it over several times. So those are the first things. The second thing is going to be the tool that you use. Now let me tell you this. I have painted for clients, and when I paint for clients, we use a sprayer. We use a spray gun because the spray gun, it gets smooth, even coats, and it's fast, and it just looks really good. My well, we use a sprayer for the doors. We don't use a sprayer in anyone's house because the sprayer is just, it just makes too much of a mess. You pretty much have to be a vacant, it needs to be vacant, or everything has to be wrapped up in order to use a sprayer in the house. Do not use a sprayer in the house. You're gonna have paint spray everywhere. You don't have a sprayer, which most people don't. Most people, if they want to take on this, they're gonna be hand rolling. So I wanted to show you guys what to use if you do that. So I found this at Lowe's. It says cabinets and doors. This is pretty much just this is a foam roller. This foam roller causes everything to go on very smooth. Now I also have a small paintbrush that I'm using. Oh, it's over there. But my cabinets are the shaker style. So if y'all can see back here, so I have like just a trim around it. So I had to use a small brush to get into the corners, and then I go in with my foam roller and roll it, and it comes out very smooth with the foam roller. So that's that. Make sure you have right paint, right primer, a sprayer if you can, but if you cannot use a sprayer, then make sure you have a good roller and paintbrush if you need it. Oh, one more thing. When you're rolling and when you're brushing, because I did have to use the brush inside because you guys saw the trim on the top of my cabinets. Sorry, somebody motorcycle. But I saw the trim on top of my cabinets. Y'all saw that. So I did have to use the brush for that because the roller could not get in. Pay attention to your strokes. You don't want to go in and just paint like that. You really want your paint to dry nice and even and smooth. So when you're using the paintbrush, you want to make sure you're doing nice, even strokes, even coats. Sometimes, just demonstration, like let's say this is a piece that I'm painting. If you like paint like this with a brush, you're painting halfway, you're pulling that paint every time. So you want to go in and even stroke, even stroke, even stroke all the way around. Same thing with the roller. You want to do the same thing. You want to roll evenly, so that way when your paint dries, it dries nice and flat and smooth and even. There is another paint. Go to your local Sherwin-Williams or Lowe's or whatever and ask them. But I have used oh my goodness, it is, I cannot think of the brand, but anyway, ask them for self-leveling. They have paints that self-level, and I'm sure they should be able to do it in any type of paint you want, acrylic, especially if you go to a Sherwin-Williams or a paint store, acrylic or whatever you want to use. But see if they can do self-leveling. Self-leveling paint is awesome because when it dries, it levels its own self out, so then you get a nice smooth finish every time. So those are my suggestions. I decided, y'all don't be mad, but I decided that I'm not gonna show you the cabinets up just yet, but you got an idea of what it looked like. You saw the boxes. only because I kind of want to hold the reveal for everything. But y'all do stay tuned. Now I am coming back with more. We have more things to do in the kitchen, but I'm not going to show you the cabinets just yet. Y'all don't be mad, don't be mad, don't be mad, but it's gonna be nice. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.